guys, welcome to CBC Colouring Book Club today. Yeah, so I'm just checking. I usually do updates before I start, and it's at 84%, so it's taken a bit longer than what I was hoping. Hopefully it doesn't interfere and make Buffy come to the party, but oh well, these things happen. So anyway, I'll just let it run in the background. Hopefully it'll be okay. Hope everyone's had a good week. Done, and I thought I would put a Aurora Borealis in there, or Northern Lights. I'll just zoom in a little bit. Anyway, hi Abby, Diane, Rain. Welcome on board, guys. Now, I have, let me see, Derwent Pro Colour Delft Blue 29. I have a Pablo in the black. I have Indigo Blue in the Prisma 901. I have Dark Indigo 157 in the Poly. Violet 932 in the Prisma. And Ultramarine 902 in the Prisma. So, and also white Posca pen. So those are the pencils that I'm using at the moment. So I did a bit of background, and I thought I'd do some with you so you can see. I'm varying the pencils up a little bit, and I just started over here while this update was running. I started off with the black in the Pablo, and then I'm just playing around with different pencils as I go, chopping and changing. The Polychromo Dark Indigo, which is 157. So it's taking quite a few layers. I think he just jumped up on the washing machine. I cleaned his tray out this morning, so of course he's good. He goes outside. He only uses his tray when he has to, but I emptied it this morning, and although he's been outside, he had to use it. And then he decided he wanted to use it again. And it's like, go outside, because he usually does. He's pretty good. And he usually does his number 2s outside. It's been a long time, actually, since he's done that inside. Oops, I better move that backing over, otherwise we get the line through it. What's he up to? He's on the washing machine, I think. He's the weirdest cat I've ever had. He's not vocal. He doesn't whinge and meow when you feed him. He's a very, very quiet cat. He croons occasionally, but yeah, he hardly makes any noise. He's very, very quiet. And he's not really affectionate either. It's been a while since he's curled up on my lap and gone to sleep. Usually he's very independent. He does his own thing. Hi Mona, hi Terry Lynn, hi Aspie. Any lurkers? Whoever's watching.
Okay. Oh, look at all these lovely hearts. Oh, feel the love. All right, 84%, 98%. And that's downloading. It hasn't even installed yet. Stupid thing. It's taken its time this morning. All right, now what have I got? Indigo Blue 901 in the Prisma. And I want the outside, the clouds, out around the back to be pretty dark. And this is quite a blue, as I'm just doing there to show you. I can zoom in a little bit more. I hope that's clear. It just seems a little bit on the fuzzy side. With that colour, looks like I got jaundice. Here we go again. Sorry, guys. Hello, little man. What you doing? Drop that colour back a bit. Anyway, so this blue here that I'm just doing over top is quite a nice blue, but I want it dark. Here he is. Here's the man. Back to the poly dark indigo. And this is a real dark grey blue. Hello. He's got a little bit of a sore eye at the moment. So I'll book him into the vet and get that checked out. Yes, hello. I don't get much colouring done during streams. I'm not getting sidetracked, and you've started the show early. Good boy. There goes the Posca. That'll keep him a little bit occupied. So I started off with the black in the Pablo, and then went on to, I think, a bit of dark indigo. And then on to the Prisma indigo blue. But like I said, this is a real dark grey blue, nearly dark grey, a real dark grey blue. But it does take a few layers, and this is one of the reasons why I sort of do it off stream. It's just, it's quite tedious. But as you can see, I've got different shades going through. So all that layering takes time, as you know. But I don't want to go too hard either, because I'm using Prismas, Polys, Pablos, different brands of pencils, and they layer differently on top of each other as well. So if I really want to build up that dark colour with the different brands of pencils, you just take the time. And they work together fine. And it also depends on what sort of pencil you're using as to how they will layer down. So I can go back to the Pablo now and just darken that up. So I'm blending it in with what I've already done underneath there. So there's a couple of pencils here. If I went too heavy too quick, I wouldn't get them on together.
I'm not going too hard. I'm just bringing the darkness into it. And this is black. And out of the pencils, it's not it's not a real black, dark colour. But I won't get these colours on top if I don't do it like this. Hey, Kimmy. Cute kitty time, yeah. Yeah, meow, meow. Yeah, he doesn't meow, meow. For a cat, he doesn't. And I have to say, with most cats or, cats that I've had as well through life, when it comes feed time, no, he doesn't say a thing. He's really quiet. Oh, the fire went out overnight, so I had to start that again, and wasn't cooperating to the best. It took me a while to get the rotten thing going. Okay. I'll use where's the dot? A bit of Pro Colour in there because it's got some blue in it. It's a Delft blue. So on top of the black, you can just see the blue come through. I did have them in order, and then I thought, no, I'll just put them in the tray because if he comes out during the night, they'll be all over the floor and out of order by morning anyway. So, I don't know which actual order I was doing some of this, and at different stages. You can see it's really dark down here, and then it lightens up a bit. So I've changed these pencils, but just changed the way that I've laid them down. Now, you can use a bit of violet in there as well in places. And it doesn't have to be just all the one colour. You can vary them up a little bit. So there's different shades of blue as you move through, and from down here coming up, and even in here there's a few different shades in areas. So it's not just one monotonous colour all the way through. There are variations in it. This one is ultramarine, is quite a nice blue. Maybe put a bit of that in there as well. So even at night time, when you've got a few clouds in the sky, you'll see those different shades against the black. And that's quite a few layers on there that you've just seen me put down. And luckily, this hasn't got a huge background. But anyway, I thought I'd do some with you just so you can see what I've been doing. And the colours I use for the Northern Lights, that's light green. I haven't got another one there. I can't loosen the pencil. There we go. Yeah, I knew it was too short, but I'm pretty sure it's the light green in the Prisma. And what else have I been using? I use a little bit of Parma Violet in there. There's a couple of different shades just in here. You can't see it too well on camera on the screen, but that's a Poly Cobalt Green 156. Just a couple of different shades in there. And I can go back and I've got the basics there and I can go back and touch them up later. There's a tiny bit of Sky Blue 146 in the Poly. Just a little bit. It just fuzzes out the edges so you haven't got a straight line. I've just fuzzed that out a bit. Also a bit of Grey Lavender 1026 in the Prisma. A tiny bit of, I think it's Pale Blue or Sky Blue, goodness me, 1086 in the Prisma. And the white 938 in the Prisma. So that's what I've been using around just for the Northern Lights. Oh, thank you, Aspie, you think? Thank you. Now, try and get go a bit harder now. So I'm matching up this blue, the blue on this side with the blue coming out on this side. It's going in a little bit harder now in a few places, so it's patchy. It might start to just bloom a bit and get a bit hard to put down, which doesn't matter because it sort of adds to the effect of the sky as well. And I'll just use a bit of dark indigo in the Poly and just come in there and blend that up a little bit more so you can't tell where I've stopped and started. Now, thanks to the cat, my Posca went walkabout. And you can see when I said last week that I did the corrector pen split and went everywhere, that's some of it. I turned it over the other way, but it was annoying me because it wasn't sitting against the base of the wood on my display properly, and it was just annoying me. So wasn't level enough and it was sitting up. So I turned it back over. So yes, I've got splashes everywhere now. And then just some Posca. You can put a few bigger stars in there. And I know it's just the background, but you either want to watch or you don't want to watch. It's up to you. But I thought I've started it, so I'll show how that I put in the sky around it. And you can chit chat amongst yourselves or do whatever you like. Colour in, listen, go make a cuppa, don't watch it all. Do what you like. That looks awesome. Thank you, Kimmy. Pretty stars on your desk now. Yes, I actually thought about, well, I haven't got time at the moment. It's just, there's so much going on. But because I want this black, this cardboard, because when I take a photo of my photos, I use that as the background. But I've got more there and I can always buy another sheet. But I sometimes think about getting some paint and just taking it outside and just splashing it with all different colours, which would look all right as well. And, of course, I ended up getting... I can't see it. Where are we? Hang on. Yes, I even got it on my mat. I hope they come out. I don't know. They might come out. You can wash this, but unfortunately, yeah, it splashed on that as well. Corrected pen on that, so hopefully it will wash out, or if I soak it. Okay, see, moving the camera. This is what happens. No, I want it that way. Sorry, guys. I like it level, if I can. All right, we're working on this bit. A bit shaky this morning. What's it doing? I don't know. Okay. I'll match this up over here. I'll work on this area here. So I can use the Parma Violet. I'm determined to drink my coffee before it goes cold this morning, which is what I usually do. Let it go cold. What's been happening this week? Well, I have an official under contract sticker on my for sale sign, but it's just waiting for their finance to come through, and apparently they should be all right, hopefully, fingers crossed. So, waiting for that. My car is on order, so I'll be in major trouble if that finance doesn't come through. But the real estate, it should be all right, but the real estate's got back up if it doesn't, but they should be okay. So that's been happening. What else have I been doing? Doing more research on getting something for my car. I ended up buying one of these, and you hook it into your cigarette lighter. It's a 12 volt, and it's got a couple of extra chargers, or USB chargers on it, and you can match it up with your FM radio station, and you can put a USB in there with music on it, and you can play music on it. I mainly got it for charging because apparently the Apple CarPlay doesn't charge your phone while it's using it, but this charges, so I got this, and it's got a base on it. I went out in my Toyota the other night and had a go at it. It's pretty cool, and the blue light around the edge of it pulsates and dances to the music, so it's kind of cool. So yeah, I've been researching on the best way to get music onto USB. And I'm no tech whiz, but we learn these things as we go. And if anyone knows what FAT32 is, it's a format. And then there's MP3, and then there's FLAC, FLAC, which is lossless, and it's like, oh my god, like, yep, it's just driving me up the wall doing all this research. Yeah, the car's blue. Thank you, Kimmy. Yep, the car's blue, and the light on that little thing is blue. Now, this one is Parma Violet, and I'm just going over lightly. Oh, I set the alarm for 20. I've been using... I never used to do it, but I've been using Siri, and it's so cool. It makes me laugh. And I've got the male voice. So it's pretty cool. Because you could use Siri with Apple CarPlay and not have to worry about pressing buttons and all that sort of stuff. So Siri, hey Siri, play some music and all sorts of stuff. So I've been having fun with that. But yeah, getting the best way to I could download the music onto iTunes and then sync it into my phone and play it in Apple CarPlay. That's all good. But all these different songs, there's a lot of songs. A 64 gigabyte flash drive, USB flash drive. Someone said to me, Was it USB? I can't remember. Someone said to me last stream that, I can hold 4,000 songs. But I've just got to work out which format, because apparently that little thing I just showed you reads FAT32, and it doesn't read subfolders, or there's, I don't know, doing research. Yeah, it's doing my head in. Because you get, when you download the iTunes, you get subfolders as well, and some won't read subfolders. And hi B. You can't see. What can't you see, darling? Open your eyes. That helps. Yeah, MP3 is the most popular, but this little thing here said that it reads FAT32, which is another. It's compatible with music, but yeah, when I download it to iTunes or whatever, having the right format and everything to get it onto the USB. I'm colouring off screen. No, I'm not. No. It's a Parma Violet, and I'm just doing a light layer, because there's quite a few layers on here with the different pencils and different brands that I'm using, working them the right way so they can work together. Yeah, FAT32 is the format of the USB. Yep. Hi Pam. It holds about 4,000. Yeah, it was USB, about 4,000 MP3. Yep. Yeah, it's just a light colour that I'm using, Parma Violet, and I'm doing light layers, like I said, to build it up, because I'm using Prisma, I'm using Poly, I'm using Pablo, and sometimes, depending on the way you use them, they don't always work well together, so you've got to go the right way about it. Can you see now, B? It's a very light, because I already did last stream. I went over with the sky blue light in the poly, so all that's done. Very, very light layer. It's just taken the white off pretty much, and then I decided to put Northern Lights in. So I did that, and then I thought I'd do some of it with you guys so you can see how I'm working it in. Even though it's just the background, it's like, oh well, we'll just chit chat. That fire's going nice now. Yeah, it's not the format of the songs. No. Move it to the left more. Is that better? Now I'm putting it down light, but I'm not being really fussed about whether there's a few, pencil streaks and things on it, because there's a few layers to go on. But what I'm doing is just working down from the Aurora Borealis. I might put some. Which one was it now? I can't remember. The violet. bit of violet in the Prisma. Because I did this somewhere else and I put the violet down. I'll just try it. And then I went to, I don't know which one it was, but I'll use the indigo blue. It's a bit light for over here, but that's okay because I'll put the darker colour on it. But the violet blue, the indigo blue on top of the violet is a really pretty colour. That combination together is really pretty. Oh, last Friday was it? I was all ready to sit down and watch no, not that Friday. It was the Friday before. This Friday I had to go to the doctors and get renew my Femiston prescription. You're welcome, babe. Anything for you, girl. So now I can use the dark indigo in the Poly 157 and start to darken it up a bit. A little bit more pressure. Alright, so I've used Parma Violet up here, and now I'll use the violet. Making sure I'm still on screen and you can see. I can lighten it up a little bit more if it's too dark. How's this stupid update going? 98%. There you go, it's a little bit brighter. It just doesn't seem that clear today. Alright. Violet. And I'm going up near the light green where the northern light is, but really lightening off as I go into the green just a little bit in just a couple of places. So it's not just a straight line, it's got a bit of shape to it. I come a little bit heavier as I come out because I want that to be dark. And I think then the indigo blue.
So I like that blue on top of that violet. It's pretty. It's nice blue. But I'm going to darken that up. Once again, it takes the layers to build it up, but it'll be like this down here. I'll fluff it up and darken it up, so it'll make that green stand out. Now I'll go for the dark indigo in the poly 157 and really start to because it's a dark grey blue as well. And you can feel the texture because they're different brands of pencils that I'm using. So once again, taking it easy. A little bit of pressure, but not too much, otherwise I won't get the other pencils on top. So this is what the sky blue light, which I did over the whole background. A little bit of Palmer in there in a couple of places. Then the violet. Dark indigo. So, there's 4 or 5 layers on there already. Hello. What you doing? Psst, 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 psst. Hello. What you doing, Sticky Bake? You say hello to everyone? Yeah, you're not like Shadow. Shadow talks. He says hello. You don't say a thing. You're very quiet, pussycat, aren't you? What can I get up to? He's been picking on my prayer plant in the bathroom. Hello, you haven't done this for a while. Yes. Yes, he keeps squinting his left eye. So, oh yes, he's sitting there. So, and I can't see, so I'm trying to colour by screen, and that's not going to happen. So a USB can be formatted to be a FAT32 or NTFS when you add files, and the files could be different types like MP3, MP4, WAV, yep, A8, yep. I just always had to work with things out for myself. Yeah, same here, B. It's all self-learning. There's a few years ago we transferred all our movies to USB, but some devices don't recognise NTFS formatted USB, so I had to reformat them all to FAT32. Yep. Alrighty. You distracted me, cat. I think the indigo blue is too blue. So I'll go with the Pablo, the black.
gone over to the fire. It's like, make the most of it, buddy, because when we move, you won't have that. It'll be a split system, and it's way up on top of the wall. And I'm a heater hog. I like the heater as well, so it's going to be strange. You can get, they have an upgrade in their brochure thing. There's a, can't think of the brand of it. It starts with a T, I think. It's a 2 kilowatt electric fire, and the colours change. And it's also got a Bluetooth in it, so it'll play to music. And it can chuck out a bit of heat as well and warm the place up. It's pretty pointless, or you can not have heat at all. But having heat would be good, and it's a nice little feature to have. But it's 2,000 kilowatts, and as much as I'd like to put one of them in, I don't know where I'd put it. Something I read about it, it might have been the running costs of it. It's like, no, I think I'll just put up with the split system. And if I'm down in the study on the other end, at the other end of the house, I can just get the fan heater out and put that on, because the study's a small. Well, it's one room. I can shut the sliding door and warm that up. I just hope that split system can warm the house up. It's all new. Getting Cocoa Pops, no worries. Okay, this one is the Delft Blue. No, it's not. It's a dark Indigo 157 in the poly. Sorry if this is boring some people, but this is just the way it is to build it up. So now I can start to go in hard and get that darker blue, grey colour in there. And that's pretty bright, that blue, so I'll blend that in as well. You don't really want this bright blue on one side and then almost black blue on the other side. You want it to blend in. Now for a bit of Delft Blue 29 in the Pro colour. So there's quite a few layers on here. And you can feel the different brands. Okay, this one is really blue. Ultramarine 902. And then you can go in with the black a bit and darken it up again. So there are a lot of layers. But like I said, even when it's dark at night, you know, you can see clouds in the sky. You can see patchy dark greys, a bit of light grey. And so there's a bit of colour in here. It's not just one monotonous colour. All right, so for the final, maybe a bit of violet. That's really bringing that blue through. And then, of course, from here out, I will darken it up to this sort of dark colour. But just up in here, ultramarine in the Prisma. Now I'd like it to be quite dark, so the indigo blue in the Prisma. A little bit more violet. A little bit of pala. Grey lavender, sorry. That's me. And then the pale blue, and just using the side of the pencil, I've just been fluffing it up. So it turns out like that. And it looks funny when it's not done on the other side. Bit of violet. Bit of dark indigo. Black in the Pablo. That's a dark indigo in the poly. I'll bring it on that side a bit too. Just a little bit of blue in there. Otherwise, it just looks like a line. And it doesn't blend through from the other side of the little tassel there. Back to the black. Bit more blue. Just a bit of a glow in there. Just a little bit of black down here so it comes through on the other side of the tassel. And then just a bit of blue to even that out. No worries, Kimmy.
Have you tried the golden Gaytime Cocoa Pops? Oh, yum. The coloured yesterday, everything text came up cute. Oh.
And there's stars on the what's her name too, on the Aurora Borealis. So that's the sky, and that's what I'm doing. And I have to do the other side. Looks so funny. I'd like to keep going with the background, but I don't want to bore you guys any more than I already do. Let me see what colours. I have worked down here a little bit, did a bit of water.
Your device will restart. No, I don't want it to do that. Get rid of that. How come it says 98%? Anyway, we can do that another time. Get rid of that. When I saw how you using Intense made sense why my images turn out crap. I only use colour the image and then activate too much pigment. I bet you they're not crap, Pam. Don't be hard on yourself.
Now, I was doing the water here. I feel like, why do I have to come all the way back over here? Camera hasn't really, well, the arm hasn't moved that I know of. But anyway, using the Posca, I was doing some of the water. And then I thought I'll leave some of it to do on stream as well. And I haven't even finished the seals yet. So I'm doing a bit of bits and pieces here and there. But especially around the water and everything, it's good to get the whitewash from the waves and black out the print. People come and picked up the horse float yesterday, finally. Yay! It's gone. It's sold. It's gone out of my hair. I hope they did all right with it because the tyres has just been sitting there for so long. They were a little bit down. And my foot pump wasn't working. It's got to go. It's had it. It was leaking air and wasn't really helping much. So the float's gone. The people that are buying the place don't want the ride-on, so I have to sell that. And the tools in the shed, the majority of them. I can take some with me, but there's some I can't take. My push mower, people that come and got the float bought that yesterday, and the workbench, so that's good. And seeing the guy that is buying the place doesn't want my ride-on and whatnot, I sold the push mower, and if I sell the ride-on, then I won't be able to mow here. Although it's winter and the grass isn't growing anyway. You didn't want them, so I sold them. So now I'm not mowing and looking after the place. So, and you got to expect garden overgrowth and all that when they, when they're buying anyway. And they, for all I know, they might rip it all out and do something else with it. But, yep, that's my excuse, so I don't have to mow or do anything outside, is that I sold them.
Hey, Sherry. Oh, you're fine. It was a busy day. People were just out in droves everywhere. Had a bit of trouble in the Forest Girl premium book. The paper isn't that great. Had lots of pilling. Oh. Ravencroft book come today. Oh, I am so not up with everything and what's the new books and everything. I'm not totally lost it. And it was hot and humid and I wanted to slap more than one person. Yes, Diane, it's under contract, subject to finance. So, but yeah, they should be okay. That's exactly right. I'm sure you're doing great. Just keep practicing, do lighter and gradually add more. Yep. That's right. Haven't used Intense for a while. It is wonderful.
It is. As long as they get their finance, I'll be right. Yeah, I need to lift that. So put the lid on it straight away, otherwise it dries. Just covering up some of these black lines. Now down the bottom here, there's a lot of just lines, straight. Don't really want them there. In my ink house, the silver plate that I did with the fox and the sheep, I'm really impressed with the way that came out. It really does look like silver. And I'd like to do the same here, and I know I used like a sky blue or a light blue and a bit of grey, and then just left the rest of it white, and it come up like silver. It looks really, quite happy with it. But here there's all streaks through it, so I want to get rid of them. Also wanted to find that iceberg that's hanging down there as well. So I have put a little bit of sky blue in here already. But I'll just get some reflection happening. And you probably get a bit of reflection off the glass as well. Yeah, I reckon he's got the black lines going through it, but I think there's too many there. Yeah, I don't know about that. I'm not real happy with it at this stage. Yeah, I'm just doing a bit of white around these bubble things that are here. But I still want to see them, because if I white them out totally at the moment, I just won't see them. So I'm just doing that to let myself know that they're there so I can work with them later. So I'm not painting the whole thing in white. I'm just scribbling lightly over the top. Just get rid of those rotten lines. And then get the blue. This one's like it's a light blue. It's a sky blue, but it's also it's not as it's not as pale as the Prisma blue. So you can still see the blue in here, but I'm just doing it very lightly. Maybe a bit in the bubble, just very lightly. Just a few reflections. And look at it and think, no, that doesn't look right, or I might come back to it and work at it a bit later on, depending on how it looks. I wasn't too sure about the Northern Lights, and then when I stepped away from it and looked at it, it was like, I don't know. And then I come back and looked at it closer, and it's like, oh, it's not too bad. But then it doesn't, it's not, the sky's not complete, so it doesn't look right at the moment. So a bit of work to go. But anyway, that's that bit done. What else will we do? What can we do? Maybe a little bit of kelp greens or ochres or a few colours like that in there. We can have a little bit of grass on top of the iceberg, just for, sort of just a bit of colour more than anything. And some grey. I'll do. What's going on, guys? I'm going to finish that Linda Ravenscroft Dragonfly one on tomorrow's stream. I love her little book. She's lovely too. Paul, love her. Dad has been ill, so she's been super stressed. Oh. Like one or two of them, especially the last one. Taught not to scribble when we're children, but then as we're adult colouring, we have our relearn how to scribble or impact. Yeah. Yes. Yep. Yes, that is so true. Now, I've picked some greys and some greens. Marine green, which is appropriate. 988 in the Prisma. It needs a little bit of a sharpen. Now, it's an iceberg, and you don't usually get any green on an iceberg, but this is just for a little bit of colour. Just in a few places. And talking about scribbling, that's pretty much what I'm doing. Just a bit of colour here and there. Now that was marine green. This one needs a bit of a sharpen as well. Now this one is 50% warm grey in the Prisma 1054. Now this just for a bit of shading, put a bit of depth into some of those crevices in the ice block, iceberg. And need a bit of shading underneath off the top of the ledge, because when you put the white Posca in there, it'll just blend in and won't look like a shelf. So make sure you get your shading in under there. Oh, that's what I'll do next. Now this one is 50% French grey, and just very lightly going over. Not the whole thing, we want that white to stand out, but just for a little bit of colour here and there, because snow can have, well, especially when you've got a bunch of penguins pooing and weeing on top of the iceberg, you can have a bit of colour, I reckon. But icebergs have blues in them and kind of tiny bits of a lightish purple colour and yellows, and they're not just white. Ice isn't just white. It does have colour in it. Now, as much as I grab these pencils out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it doesn't mean I will use them all. 50% cool grey. Oh, that's what I was saying before too about the lawnmowers and all the rest of it and the selling stuff. And my real estate agent and a guy that I know that will buy the smokes in town, they're like, get on Facebook Marketplace. It's like, yeah. Anyway, I ended up listing it on there, and oh my god, the amount of messages and everything. Some of them are just button pushers. They're just sticky nosing. You tell them prices, oh, it's more than what I wanted to pay, and thank you, I'll think about it and all this. And it's like, oh, if you're not really interested, don't bother. But I did yesterday. It wasn't even 24 hours that I wanted to turn the damn thing off. I was over it. But I sold a few things. The lady and her daughter that come to pick up the float yesterday bought a couple of things. The workbench has been sold, my dad's workbench. The mother took the and they only live up the road from me too, or the mother does. She took the push mower. They took a few garden tools, so they're sold. I need to sell the ride-on. That's got to go. And you just put your finger on it and just dab that as well. Now this is what I mean by putting the Posca down, and it'll just blend in. You won't see the shelf. And that's why I say to get that shading in underneath. But once again, I'm just dabbing it. I'm not actually covering the whole thing, every single line, just dabbing. So let a little bit of that black print come through as well. So you put that along the top. And against the sky. So if you let just a little bit of that print come through, you can still see the line, the shelf. It doesn't just blend in. So there's a lady coming this afternoon or maybe tomorrow to pick up the orbital sander, and she wants the ladder. I've got a good rod on there. It's just been serviced. So I was thinking $2,000, but then I thought 1,800 or nearest offer, and I said to her, well, if you buy the ride on, I'll give you the sander and the ladder for free. I'll chuck them in as well. And that was well and good. And then she eventually got back to me. She said, I have to ask hubby. And because I think he's away. So she's been cahooting with him. And I said, no, we want a ride on under 1,000. And it's like, everyone wants everything for nothing. It's like, I paid over $3,000, I think, for that damn ride on. And they want it for under 1,000. Like, yeah, right. How was your week, Heather? I had a pretty good week, thank you, Sherry. I've got the under contract sticker out the front, pending their finance coming through, but hopefully, fingers crossed, they'll be okay. So, yeah, pretty good week. Another busy week. I'm so close to finish the diamond painting I've been doing for Cam's mum. It was quick, chuck pins, and it's taken me half a year. Yeah, I've usually got mine done. I usually hook in and get them done, but I've had that much going on, and I'm supposed to do updates on Facebook, but yeah, I just haven't done it, and I'm holding off because it gets to the stage where I just want to get out of here and do stuff over there when I move. So procrastinating when it comes to that, and the diamond painting of the owl and everything looks good so far. So I can't wait to see it finish. But I don't want to finish it either because once I finish it, I don't want to get more because I've got no room. And I don't want heaps of pictures on my walls and putting nails in the walls and holes in the walls when I move over there. Brand new house. So I'm really like, oh, no. That'll do for the iceberg for the moment. Put these babies away. Cool. All right, now, emperor penguins. They do have a bit of orange and a yellow and a bit of white in them on their chest. Haven't got a reference picture. Well, I have. I could go and get one, but maybe just a bit of light red. Polychromo deep scarlet red, just very lightly. And then I'm going over the top with cadmium orange hue, which is 118 in the Prisma. And then dark cadmium yellow 108 in the poly. I might use cream. Cream 914 in the Prisma. Just to bring that red back a little bit. And they have like marks on them as well. They're not always totally white. They get dirty marks on them, bits of grey. 50% French grey. This is where you need a reference picture, really. But just a bit of colour in them. I totally would have those bits all over my, well, everywhere. You'll have to post a pic when it's finished, B. Yeah, we'll do, Pam. Then I'm going to get stuck into the Christine Karen cross stitch again. Is there anything you don't do, B? She's got quite a number of hobbies. Marketplace, everyone is a pain. Always want way cheaper than your list. Yep. Yep. Okay. Cadmium orange hue 118 in the Prisma. They had a party on next door last night. They're all quiet this morning. Tiny bit of red. Just very lightly with the red. Cadmium yellow. Just a little bit of grey. I'm going to just use the grey and a bit of yellow. And then a bit of cream. Bit of cream on this little guy. Bit of grey. A little bit of orange. And although you've got the reflection of the supposed glass, it doesn't look like glass. I reckon there's too many of them. You still want just a tiny bit of colour coming through that, just very lightly. Another little guy over here, a bit of red, bit of orange, bit of grey, bit of cream. They really have a bit of yellow right up under their throat, really. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. Oh, look out, I sneezed, I got COVID. Jack of all, master of none. Yep, saying he. All things. No worries, B. Heather, by the way, Betty's good, no squeak. So you've been testing it out, Abby. Every time you. Every time you check for squeaks, make sure you think of me, won't you? Thank you. Yes, we did. What? Check for squeaks and think of me. A couple more penguins to go. If I get them done now, I can put the pencils away and won't have to worry about it later. Yeah, that looks more right, actually. That didn't look right. Abby. Is there some naughtiness going on? Yeah, Abby, little angel. Sherry, how are you going to Oh, say nothing. Nothing. I know nothing. I'm going to leave everyone up to their own imagination, I guess. Yeah, Abby's got a new hobby. Now, this little bit of white in here really annoys me because I don't know that it's a penguin in the background. So I'm just going to colour that in. That'll do for the penguins. I'm pretty sure I've got them all. If not, I'll just have to get the pencils back out. See, look, there's white on this one from my splash. It's went everywhere. Was I happy? No. Polly. But it would have been funny live. But I'm glad it wasn't live because I just immediately wanted to clean it up. And it took a while. Yeah, no, I can't be bothered with that kind of... Yeah, no, me neither. Past it. Not worry about that. What will we do? Because I haven't done the background, I said this last stream, I wanted to do the background because then I can work with this other stuff. If I start colouring this other stuff at the moment, I don't know. I really just want the background done. But I don't want to bore you guys either. Right, let's do some stuff. I really need to get that sky done, and then I can work with the stuff that's on top. So here we go, boring. Warning, the following half hour may be boring. Doing skies. It's overrated. It's pretty so far. Thank you, Sherry. So happy for her, but it's good. Good on her. Sorry, I was getting food, an awesome hobby. I'll do up here. All right, we have violet. So I have to remember there's already one layer down, the sky blue in the poly. So that's one layer. Then the violet.
No worries, Kitty. I'm colouring a different page, so as long as you're talking, I'm not overboard. Ever bored. And there's a hobby I'm into. Oh, what did I miss doing? Abby's got a new hobby, Belinda. I could hear a clock ticking.
Yes, I do have a little clock in the background. If it's my clock, you can hear ticking. So this is what I'm like, right? I had a bit of a nap yesterday afternoon on the couch. And when I woke up, I thought, right, I'll get up and I'll do some colouring. I'll make a coffee and do some colouring. And then all of a sudden, one thing led to another, and I'm on my iPad looking at photos, and it's like, I hate iCloud, I hate OneDrive, and I hate Apple iTunes. And you've got your albums there, and it's like, I want to delete these photos, and then so I've tried a few times, and I give up before I crack the poos. And anyway, and I had a look at it, and I did some research online. It's like you can't, when you go in there, it won't let you. You can see the little delete bin, but it won't let you delete it. It's not active, and it's like, well, it won't let me. So I tried all it. Yeah. Anyway, I ended up just hiding. I figured out how to hide them, so I just hid them. And it's like, I don't want them on my iPad. I want to get rid of them, and it won't let me. It's like stupid iCloud. So I use violet. Now I'm using a Delft blue. I'm amazed I only sneezed once. I usually sneeze a few times. Oh, shit. Sorry. Sunny sky. Don't worry about it. Not missing a thing. So I'm not worried about the streaks and everything, because that bit just becomes part of the patchy colouring in the sky. Now I'll go over with the Pablo to darken it up a bit. So when I move, if things work out the way I want them to at this stage, my split system will be directly above me. So I'll have that heat coming down, hopefully, onto me, instead of having the fire over the other side of the room. And also, I think I'll have the morning sun coming through the window, which will be that way. And I'll have another window beside me. So it's nice and airy and light. So if I get the morning sun coming in, that would be nice, because I don't get that here. The sun coming up is on the other side of the house for me, so I don't see it at all. It's all wall and the carport, so I don't see it. So I'm using the black in the Pablo. That's annoying me a little bit. I'm just going to use the grey lavender just to fluff that up a bit. And the Palmer Violet down here. And then what is this one? It's 1086. I think it's pale sky blue. Pale blue. It's 1086 Brisbane. These I don't have any in my house. Can't handle them. Oh, do you want me to go and stuff it under a pillow for you, B? So you can't hear it. Hey, Apple, yeah. Off camera. What is going on, B? I'm on camera, darling. I'm right here. Thank you, Sherry. Hey, Kim, welcome back. Oh, what's going on? I don't think I was off camera. I'm right here. I can see it. So I'm just using the side of the pencil just to fluff all that purple up and the blues and all those pretty colours. I'm just wondering whether I'll leave it like that or bring it down a bit. Because they do give off different, like a lot of different colours and lights. But then if I do, I won't get it back. If I don't, it's like, oh, I should have left it alone. Hello? Is that one of you guys, or is it, how much is that wheelbarrow? It's sold! Finally! You can all stop asking. Could be the lady. Where is it? It's right here. Yes, it does, and it's sold. It's sold. They all want this black wheelbarrow. I tell you what, I'd be a millionaire by now if I had enough of them. Yep, it's sold. I'll answer them later. I'm busy at the moment. Another 15 minutes and it'll be 2 hours. Okay. Thank you. No, all good. You weren't before. Okay. I'll believe you.
You take too long to check chat. Laugh out loud, not my fault.
You know I'm renowned for it. It's my trademark. Being off camera. This one is Dark Indigo 157. Someone stoned those crows. Just joking, I wouldn't hurt them. Just get them stoned. I'm looking, I'm on camera, I'm making sure I haven't moved my book. So up along the top here, all along the top, I want it pretty dark. Oh, I can't, yeah, I just can't wait to move and settle in and get back to normal, so to speak. Hate playing the waiting game. I've been really good though. It's like can be quite impatient, and I mean I don't have a choice. I have to be patient, but yeah, every now and again getting a bit antsy, you know, like new house, new car. I want to play. So I'll use this dark indigo. I really want to turn this book around. I know I can if I really want to, because it's mine. I can do what I like. But I'm persevering. The dark indigo and the poly. Indigo blue in the Prisma. Right off when I get near that purple. Now back to the Pablo Black. Yeah, it's a public holiday tomorrow. Queen's birthday. Makes no difference. Just another day. Not going anywhere. Oh, yeah, no. Sorry, dude. You're going to have to wait till Tuesday till I get your eye checked at the vet. Well, hopefully I'll get you in on Tuesday. It's not bad. It's just he's just squinting a little bit. And I have a feeling he might have poked his eye on something a bit outside. He hasn't, like, done major damage or anything like that. He's just, it's just a bit sore, I think. Hello, sweetheart. What you doing? Oh, the baby. Talk to me. Talk. You don't say anything. It's just silent, pussycat. You're silent. He's met quite a few people though. He's funny. Like, he does his own thing, and he doesn't even get up here very much. Well, he does. No, I'll take that. He does, but what he does is he uses it as a cross-country course. He jumps up on my knee, he walks across the table and off the other side. And the other day, what did he do? I think he jumped from the couch to the chair and then back down and went to the kitchen. It's like, well, why didn't you just jump off the couch and walk straight across the floor and go to the kitchen? Shadow meow. Oh. Oh. Hello, Shadow. I love it when they croon. I love it when they do that. He does it occasionally. I am grateful that he doesn't whinge his bloody head off when you're feeding him, though. Meow, 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 meow. He doesn't do it. He's just dead quiet. He rears up like a little meerkat. Oh, that's his main. When you're doing certain stuff, or I'm walking across the floor and he latches onto my foot and I use him as a mop. But no, he'll be sitting somewhere and you walk past him, he sits up like a meerkat and just does the on your leg as you go past. Violet. So you can see it's got the violet and the blue colours, but the violet on top of the black brings it up. Nice colour, actually. Dark, but nice. Yeah, I don't know how the pro colour will go on this. Oh yeah, just bringing the blue through. Because it's got a few layers on it now, and the pro colour is a hardcore pencil. Now I want a bit of black down in here, just lightly. So there's a bit of glow off the Northern Lights. But it helps. What have you done with my Posca cat? Let me just put some dots in there. Oh, they reckon there's more stars than there is grains of sand on the planet. What I will do, I said it sounds like she's being murdered. It's a brie pan, they are all talkers, yeah. Really, she mimics us too. We are loud, so she has to fit in. And there we go. You can see it start to come together. Just looking at this camera because I keep having to move right over here. I want to work over here. It's shaky today too. All right. Oh, look out. 2 hours. Just about. I was a little bit late because I was waiting for that silly update. So we've got in here to do and up here to do. I'll turn it around. Not that I have to deadlock on 2 hours or anything like that, but I'm hanging for another coffee. One that I'll drink. Where are we? Need the vial. Okay. Parma violet. Show on screen. I did write one combination down that I was using and then I just gave up because I kept swapping around and different areas are different shades. So depends what way you put them down on as to which shade you get. I had Parma Violet, which I've just used. Violet. Don't you just hate the edges of the pages? I use my nail on the end to usually stop it. Dark indigo blue, which is the poly. And ultramarine. That's indigo blue. Ultramarine. No, I'll skip the ultramarine because it's too light at the moment. Indigo blue. And then I'm going to use the Pablo Black. And that pretty much matches up with that. Can even use a bit of Delft blue in the Pro Colour. Palmer violet. So I'll get the rest of this sky done off stream, and then I can move on to these other colours. But I really, really want that background done, so then I can work with the ornaments and everything else that's on there. Violet. No, wrong one. Violet. Dark indigo blue. Hey ladies, it's been a really long day, so I'm going to cut out. No, Sherry, it's been 2 hours. I'm about to knock off too, girl. I'll cut out early, but it was great to hang out with all of you. See you tomorrow. Be later, Heather. Sherry, not Sherry. All right. Okay, guys, start to say goodbye to each other and all that sort of stuff. Thank you for being here today. I hope you had a few laughs. Enjoy the chit chat. Have a lovely rest of your evening, day, whatever the case may be. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe. And all that jargon. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, Abby. If you're working, hope you have a good week at work. If you're not, have a good week anyway. For anyone that's in the life of leisure, retired, disability, and all our other reasons why we do what we do. Horses are good. Stopped in to see them the other day. They're happy. They're good. They're spoiled. They've put the feed bins off them they're just about to build the shelter, I think. But they put the feed bins off the ground, thinking they're spoiling them. Oh, well, it helps with the goats, so the goats can't get their food. But I don't know if the horses are sharing with them anyway. But technically, horses are supposed to eat off the ground because it stretches all through their nuchal ligaments in their neck and all through their back and to their tail, and it helps to keep them supple in their muscles in their neck. And people tend to put their feed bins up high, so their neck is like straight out into the feed bin. They're supposed to eat off the ground. That's their natural way of eating, is off the ground. And I didn't say anything to her. I felt like I wanted to turn around and say, horses are technically supposed to eat off the ground. That's the way they're designed. That's how they eat. They don't all walk around with buckets. But anyway, but it helps with the goats. So the goats can't get any of their food anyway. So, and it's like, well, they're not mine anymore. I'm pretending they are, but they're not. They can, it's up to them now. They hurt themselves, ring the vet, don't ring me. When you need the farrier, ring the vet, don't ring me. It's just, yeah, it's hard, but I've got to learn, I've got to let go as well. So, but I'll always call them mine, although, yeah, I'll always pretend that they're mine. They're just adjusted somewhere else. That's all it is. So I'm giving this paddock a break. That's the way I'm trying to look at it. But they're doing fine. They're good. They're happy, they're good, they're spoiled. And they're getting along with the goats really well and everything, you know, so they haven't killed any goats. So it's all good.
Thank you, beautiful sky. No worries, Abby. Thank you. Good night, Sherry. Catch all the Aussies on another beautiful day. Take care of yourself, Pam, Belinda, Abby, Kimmy, Diane, Ashby, Sherry, and everyone else that was here today. Thank you very much, guys. Take care of yourselves. See ya.